Hi, my name is Sue, and this is a chair yoga practice. All you need is a chair for this practice and a little bit of time. I'm using a swivel chair today so that I can demonstrate for you and show you from different angles, but I do recommend that you use a solid chair that doesn't move around and one where you can keep the feet pressed on the floor. First, I would like to go over some of the benefits of a yoga practice, or particularly even the chair yoga practice. It helps to increase flexibility when we move through the poses. It also helps to strengthen your muscles and your joints when we hold the poses too. And this type of mindfulness practice of moving while connecting the experience with the breath also helps to reduce stress in our mind and in our bodies. And one of my favorite benefits from this practice is that I get a really good night's sleep after I've practiced in the day, or sometimes a little bit closer to the evening as well. So I hope you will join me in this practice. Keep an open mind. You don't need any experience to do this. Like I said, just the chair. So the first thing that I wanted to show you and address is posture in the chair. And when we move through the poses, to have this type of posture, which is really an ideal one, so that we have our spine aligned and stacked. Now, when we're sitting, if you sit in a chair all day, so it's hard for you to actually get up and maybe move around, and that's why you're coming to this chair yoga practice, so that, in between your work, or if you're sitting all day and you can't leave, then you can use this practice right on the chair. But we might be sitting like this all day, right? Kind of slouched over and scooping the hips under like this. Or if you drive even all day, we tend to kind of round the spine, our heads come forward too. So that type of posture really collapses our rib cage, right? It collapses the chest, the space where we need actually to have lengthening, to grow tall, and expansion all around so that the lungs can expand when we breathe in. We're literally making it harder for us to breathe if we're sitting closed off like this. And spending so many hours in the day kind of slumped over like this too does have an effect on our minds and our psyche and our emotions as well. We don't really feel confident when we spend most of our time like this, right? We're kind of like closed off, tired too, fatigued because our heads are hanging forward. And remember, by not being able to take in full breaths, by closing here at the chest and rib cage, we're also not feeling vital, and we're not getting that oxygen we need in each breath to fuel the rest of the body. So here's that good posture I'm talking about. The feet are steady down with the knees bent. Hands come to your hips so you can find the pelvis, which is that the skeleton, the bony bowl. And if you're holding here at the pelvis, if you scoop your tailbone under, like I'm doing here where the chest comes forward and it's harder to take that full breath, then you'll notice the pelvis tilts back. Try to tilt the pelvis upward, and it feels like your tailbone just came out from under your seat, and a little bit even forward. So if you were to touch your hand at your lower back, right at that bony plate, right by the tailbone, you feel like you're able to point the hand right down. The tailbone is straight down. It's not scooped under, and that's what we're working to organize here. You might have to just kind of lift your hips, the flesh, buttock and thigh, to send it back a little bit more. So what we end up with is a nice neutral back. And when we do that, you'll notice that helps to bring the chest upright, and your head finds its balance a little bit better upright too. So this is a nice tall posture, not the easiest way, right, to work all day, but it is something to remind ourselves of if we've been slumping for a while. You can also bring a pillow to your lower back to keep your back in position if that helps you, right? But here's where we begin. The feet are down, and inhale breath. Reach your right arm all the way up alongside the ears. If it feels really tight in the shoulder, you might have to bend the elbow to get there. And then take a few moments. It might take a breath or two to keep reaching the fingertips up. So we're starting to open the side body, and we want that space between the ribs to lengthen a bit more too, so that we can make it easier to breathe. Your left hand can stay on the thigh or hold on to the seat of the chair. And we're going to bend over towards left side without letting the right hip or buttock lift. Careful that your head doesn't come forward. You can keep your head aligned right here over the shoulder. And we reach, active through the fingertips. And then breathing in and out through the nose best you can as we open the side body. Use your exhale breath next to lower the hand down to the thigh, the lap, or right to hold onto the chair. Left arm comes up. Fingertips reach up. Arm comes close alongside the ears. You can always modify if there's any tension in the neck or shoulders with the elbow bent. And then with an exhale, you bend over towards the right as the left arm reaches. So I'm bending my right elbow because I can move over. Want to make sure we're not keeping it straight and doing one of these, like locking the shoulders up. And we're feeling this left side body open. When things feel tight, we might immediately stop the breath because we're trying to just like be there and pay attention and try not to move anymore. Make sure you're breathing. Inhale and exhale through the nose. Then inhale again and exhale. We'll lower the hands down, right to the thighs. Relax the shoulders. Maybe they need a little bit of a rolling up and down so they can settle down away from the ears. And you might feel a lot of sensation right here in the side body where you just awakened. And we'll take a moment just to close our eyes. Let the eyelids fold down. The mouth is closed, the jaw is relaxed. And we're taking this opportunity to notice the breath. We're inhaling through the nose and doing our best to exhale out slowly through the nose as well. And just by shifting our attention to the breath, this is a practice in mindfulness. It doesn't have to be complicated. We don't have to focus on something. It doesn't have to be a meditation. This is your mindfulness practice. Just noticing the breath. How does it feel coming in through the nose? How long can you pull the breath in without it feeling like a struggle? And as you exhale out, emptying long, feeling the belly button drop towards your back and spine as you finish the breath. The breath doesn't have to be a certain length. You're just noticing it here right now, where it is. You're meeting yourself where you are at this exact moment in your day. And whatever it is at, whatever the breath is at, wherever you're at is good. It's okay. We're not supposed to be in a particular place, position. We're not supposed to have the breath be exactly some way. We're giving ourselves a chance here to carve out this time for ourselves, for our self-care, so that the body can feel a little better. And that will help the mind feel a little bit less agitated. And hopefully we can make better decisions and have an improved mood throughout our day, interacting with the people around us too. So to create a little bit more harmony with our body and mind so we can have more harmony in our lives outside.